Here I'm displaying a front part of the top with a misalignment of the bust dart. The red dots here represents the natural bust point of the wearer. As you can see on the right hand side here, the dart is running towards in this direction, but it's misaligned from the bust point. Having misaligned from the bust point, you can see there's a lot of excess fabric around here. So we'll need to redraw the entire dart to align back to the natural bust point position of the wearer. What we can do is we can measure the distance of the dart point to the natural bust point of the wearer. Apparently it's about 5 centimeters on the right hand side, while on the left it's about 5 centimeters away from the dart. If I were to lower this front part of the top to align this point towards the bust point, you can see that the dart actually flows gradually from the bust point and without any wrinkling around here. So with these measurements in mind, I'll show you how we can redraw the dart's position on our patterns. Alright, here we have got a top displaying the bust point position being too high, while this one is displaying the bust point position being too low. So what we're going to do now is we're going to realign the bust dart towards the correct bust point position of the wearer. Here is the correct bust point position of the wearer. Now, with this correct bust point position of the wearer, we would draw the dart position . Okay, now I'm going to close this dart here. So now I'm going to close the original dart. And here is my bust point of the wearer. Now I'm going to redraw the side seam. Alright, so this is the correct bust point of the wearer. So by doing so, I have just lowered the bust dart and repositioning the bust dart to this new position. And you get a blank piece of paper and retrace the original neckline, shoulder blade, armhole, and retrace the new dart position along the side seam and the hem. So that's all for this top with a bust point position being too high. So here we have a top displaying the bust dart being too low. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the dart. We're going to close this dart. So we're going to close this dart, but before we close that, we'll redraw new dart that is parallel to the center of the original dart. So this is the center of the bust dart. And parallel with this line, I'm going to draw a new new bust stud position, which is parallel to the center of the original bust stud. And here I'm going to utilize the slash and spread technique. From new bust point position, I'm going to slash a line and slash a line, the original bust stud, slash the line through the new bust stud, and I'm going to close the original bust stud with this as a pivot point. Now I'm going to close it. So this is my new dart position with the correct bust point of the wearer. So now I'm going to redraw the side seam. This is the new bust stud that's aligned to the correct bust point of the wearer. After you have realigned your bust stud, you can get a fresh piece of paper and trace the original shoulder line, neckline, center front line, hem, and the new side seam, which is the red line, and the new bust stud, and through to the armhole. So this is how you adjust the pattern when the bust point is too low.